form up in square. They're showing us the different... Oh, I like this UI. I think that's pretty slick looking. Look at that. They're firing by company, it looks like, or by... Yeah, by company. I wanted to take a little time and go through this first unit preview released by the makers of Grand Tactician, the Napoleonic Wars. This is a highly anticipated title upcoming in the black powder genre. Ooh, I like that. I would ask for you to forgive the green screen mistake. If you can look past it, I do appreciate you. Remember, like, subscribe, hype the video, comment, and become a member for as little as $2 a month. Boom, 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 boom. Volley fire right there. I'm Bank 60s. This is Alternate History Gaming. Let's dive in. What they're telling me, and I hadn't seen this with the French unit display, exhibition, what have you, was this is meant to represent a German Fusilier battalion. I've been saying I thought that this would be brigade level. 2nd Battalion, 43rd Infantry Regiment. Really? Wow. Now, okay, let's back that up for just 1 second. This was something I had. Okay, my main concern about this game. Okay, I had one main concern after seeing that initial bit of detail about how you could fire in 2-rank volley, fire by rank, fire by subunit, and all the rest. It was, are we going to be able to give the AI some leeway with controlling all of this, because it would be probably completely overwhelming to try and control this tactical level of detail when you're in the midst of Leipzig, for instance, or something comparable, even like a Waterloo. I would love to think that we would be able to get in there and do what I like to do in the Scourge of War games too, which is get in there and Bob Ross, little moments where you can get them to do fire by rank when you think that they should, because you've got the time, because you're taking, you've taken care of just about everything on the battlefield. What you see right here, that what made me think of that point just there, was that you can see it says set to player control right there. That tells me that you can jump in there and you could click that and make them do it when you want, and they'll do it once, and then the AI will go back to taking control of whatever it thinks it should do, and then you can go set to player control again, maybe, I don't know. I would say I have some questions to try to get with the developers on, if there's a chance that I was able to actually sit down and do some kind of an interview. That'd be kind of cool. I used to do interviews for a living, by the way, developers. So set to player control means that you set it to micro management control permanently, and you kind of have to come back and set it back again. That's kind of what I'm gathering about what I see right here. So what, again, that encourages me about is that they've got a layer where the AI is taking over control of the tactical environment while you're away, but that when you want, you can come back in. Let's say you pick it up right here. You see this, you want to do a 2-rank volley, you can click there, and they'll, boom, hit it. Obviously 300 paces, that's a long-range shot in this time period. And then you got the smoke lingering from the earlier volley. That's too cool. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to hit a little bit more. Italian volley, short range. This one's going to hurt. 50 paces. The attacking Austrian unit's got to check its salt. So I want to confirm, watching this French side of things. Pause. Fusilier battalion. So this sounds to me like they're going to do battalion level shiz here, man. This is absolutely nuts. I could not be more excited for what they're putting together here. And then you get the Grand Tactician campaign treatment on top of it. And then you get to come in and you get to do this. Look, man, NTW better watch out. NTW better watch out. All of those other Napoleonic games better watch out, I believe, based on what I'm seeing right here anyway. Attack column. So again, okay, I see this right here. You could change the formation, as it says right there. It looks like you can do a manual click, and then you've got that set to player control. I think that may be a similar function to that take charge function in Scourge of War here in Grand Tactician. My one little bit of a critique, and this is like, you know, this is very... the Grand Tactician Civil War UI didn't have so much going on in the view here. If there was a way to make it work where, like in the Civil War game, you're crowding the bottom of the screen, or maybe there's another UI that pops up over here or something like that. When you're getting it up in here, I don't know. That may be dodgy. That may be dodgy, and I'm just, you know, that's a player talking, you know, based on moments, environmental, combat, tactical issues with that. You know, take that for whatever you think it's worth. Fusilier battalion level combat, though. Insane. I love this. So let's go over in detail what we see over here. Okay, so this is your formations tab, right? Looks like that's how they're going to start out with that graphic. This is your formations toggle, it looks like, okay? And then I see this right here. This is something they were clicking on before. You've got your, it looks like range toggle right there. Yeah. Oh, and it tells you what formation you're in down there before you click to change it. Like that's kind of helpful. And you can see right here what formation will be displayed in this box when you click it. That will tell you, you know, when you're on the unit and you want to know what formation that they are in. If you can't already tell by what you see in the field, this little unit graphic will show you. Got a nice column division on march there. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you have actual road column. There's a different version of column. That's that battalion. Okay, that's that battalion column. Okay, road column. I wonder if that has a function. Narrow column for fastest movement along roads and when crossing bridges and fords. So I wonder if when you put them in road column, they'll gravitate to a road. I wonder about that one. You got your open order for the entire battalion, back into line. Detached skirmishers, beautiful. We've talked about that one before. All right, let's range engagement, fire by subunit, right? Okay, so that's what this interface right here will be. The, you know, you see the red guy, the green guy, the blue guy will dictate how it is you're going to conduct your fire along the line of the battalion. That is too freaking cool, by the way. I like that. I like that. This is just fun to watch, man. A lot of misses there, but a few hits. More hits that time. Once again, that was a change to a fire by rank. And you can see, again, you're looking at this graphic that will tell you what they had been doing before, right? Good. Oh, and then the other thing is, I like that they do this little color shadow effect right here. I don't know, there's something slick about that. I like that instead of the dots like Total War does it. What that tells me, of course, is that when you zoom out maybe to another kind of like, I don't know if they're going to do a paper map version that looks like the Civil War game. That's not exactly how they drew things up back in the Napoleonic days. I have a feeling like it might even be more artistic when you zoom out and there's like a paper map of the guys moving around. I think that's what that shadowed line probably ends up representing. But that is pretty cool, man. Question mark? I think that's about what that is. And then here's something I like. Okay, now, what was that? This was something I wanted. So this, that. So this must be movement speed, question mark? Maybe that's like normal, then they're at the quick step and then running or something, depending on their fatigue rating. You can see here, so fatigue is at 0. I don't know if 0 is exhausted or if 0 is fresh, but there you see the differences there. Yeah, all the same, good, all right. Thick square battlefield column for the Austrians is a little different line, so they don't have quite as many formations here in the early days. Oh, now, what was that? What was that? That's their line? Oh, with skirmishers detached? Is that what that is? See, this is my probably lack of knowledge base, but here you go. Yeah. Those are, I think, skirmish companies that go out there. You got your march column. Oh, look at that. Okay, I hadn't quite caught that before. You've got your damage indicators based on range here. I like that. You know, I think maybe, so here's another one. It's like a ooey, ooey. For those who think a certain way, right? I would say maybe this color scheme that they've got going on, again, this itty bitty one, is that there could be, and I'm talking probably mostly about me, the confusion of where maybe green should be up here and where maybe red should be right here. And I'll explain that just a little bit further, and I won't take too much time on it, but I think you might understand. Like, green is way out here, and it's the first place, it's the go zone. You can start shooting when they get to green. And then red is way in here. Like these two colors, maybe just, flip them, and then red is here close. And that's where you're really in killing territory, and it's red because it's close. Now, I know what they're going with is red meaning least damage effect out here, bad, bad, bad. And then green being most damage effect, wait till they get here, 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 and you'll have the best chance to kill the most guys, right? Like, I get it. But I could understand some people maybe being thrown a little bit for a loop on that one. And if they were to switch it, maybe some people wouldn't have such a hard time with a thing like that. Otherwise, yeah, take it for what it's worth, right? Okay, this was another one, right? I don't know how this plays in right here necessarily as far as an artillery battery or gun. I don't know if this represents a single gun, but it looks like it does. If that is meant to be attached somehow, because I've learned that there is an attachment function for the officers to the units. Like, you can take a general officer of a division or corps, or even the army if you want, which is, who's going to do that? But you can go and actually physically attach to a tactical unit so that you can help boost leadership if they're going in for a big charge or attack or whatever. I wonder if there's what we're seeing here is some function of that for artillery accompanying infantry as they move forward. Certainly not unheard of. And as a matter of fact, something that I think maybe hasn't been achieved, Scourge of War has gotten the closest, but that is the utilization of artillery as close support for cavalry and infantry on the move, on the advance. I love what we're seeing here, guys. Oh, now here's, this is, okay. I can't get down to it. You see the little left, up, down, right here at the bottom? That cycles units, I'm almost positive. Then you've got your hand for a stop command there, right? Oh, wait. Yes, I've seen what I asked about before. And here we are. A little more of this Dragoon Cav, right? Okay, they get to come up And they get to pop the squares a little bit, right? They don't have to just ride around aimless. Oh, here we go. Tech Daddy with the tech issue right up there. We're going to have to figure that out. Amazing what happens live on stream, huh? Boy, I'll tell you. That is a pretty cool looking game. I cannot lie about that, my friends.